Let this love be the fading sky. We could drift all night into the new sunrise. Pass me a drink or maybe two.
Yeah, guy. Welcome, everybody. Surfer Magazine's Internet Talk Radio podcast. In the lineup, sponsored by the United States Air Force. DoSomethingAmazing.com. We have Peter Townend, the coach of the United States Surf Team. The U.S. Surf Team just finished competing in the ISA World Games at Huntington Beach. The waves were great. The competition was stellar. 33 nations, I believe, showed up. They each brought sand from their respective beaches, dumped it in the shores in a sort of ceremonious show of unity and camaraderie. And but after that, the horn blew, and it was let's get it on time. It was surf time. It was who's the best surfing nation. And PT, of course, you've done something amazing in your life. You were the 1976 IPS ASP World Champion. Is that correct, 1976?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, 30 years ago. And, you know, but even in this format, the ISA, I was on that legendary Australian team in 72 at OB in San Diego when they...
The big meltdown year.
Yeah, when they stuck the sword through Nueva's fish, remember, and hung it from the OB pier.
That was the end of competitive surfing in California.
That was the end of the ISA until it re-emerged again about 6 years later.
Wow, that would have been a great way to kind of kick it off this year, is take the sword out of Nueva's fish. You know, just kind of like...
have him there, right?
That would have been awesome.
Have him put his board back up on the Huntington Pier.
Parade of Sans Schmans. We're going to pull the sword out of Nueva's fish. That would have been epic. Well, great marketing minds sit at this table, I tell you. DoSomethingAmazing.com, United States Air Force, and we're glad to have PT here. We appreciate him coming by. Now, first off, let me state that I wrote an opinion editorial column that basically called out Peter's USA Surf Team for not winning the gold medal. The purpose of my column was threefold. It was basically that, you know, I'm an American, this is America, and I do feel like first place is our birthright.
As the coach, it's a disappointment we didn't win the gold because there was a point where we could have. 2 days before, we were in position to win the gold, and the wheels fell off. In fact, where we really lost it was in that men's division. Even though we got our 4 guys to the top 10, we were the only nation to do that. We need one of them to get in the final with Pato to close the deal, because we dominated the women's. I mean, we got both girls. There's only 2 starters, and they both got medals. We owned the women. You know, and we were right. We were within 200 points of the Aussies in the men's, and in the longboard we were 5th. Colin got 5th. You know, he missed the final by not getting a 6-point ride in the last repechage final. And in the bodyboarding, it was a disaster. Bodyboarding constitutes 3,000 of 10,000 points, and we didn't even make the top 10 nations in the bodyboarding. If you just isolate that, you can't win the gold medal unless you have balance. In the case of the Australians, they won a gold medal and they won a bronze medal in bodyboarding.
Look, there's so many different surf craft out there. You could seriously go to the ISA and say, look, if there's boogie boarding, then there needs to be this, and this. Why don't we stick to stand-up surfing? Why can't you or the ISA or Surfing America, I know you guys have some sort of vote on some committee that's like the rules committee. Can't we go in there and...
But it's like Olympic protocol. You know how long it took for the USSF to get overthrown? Scott Daly and I formed Surfing America in 1997. It took till 2004 for that to happen, because you have to go like an Olympic meeting, 33 nations vote, and unless you have the vote. So you think Portugal, Spain...
It's worse than the UN.
But these guys are actually doing things in bodyboarding the American people can't even do.
You should see Bassey bodyboard.
I'll have him come out. I'll have him come out.
If it means a gold medal, I'll go to town for you.
The onus is on Surfing America to help the BIA improve their program and get the bodyboarding standing up to what it needs to be.
Wow, that's
I want Sis to start running bodyboarding in Surfer Magazine more regularly.
Ever. Only when somebody's being run over by a surfer will I run a bodyboarder in this mag.
What else can we do besides promoting boogie boarding editorially? Seriously, I mean, is there something that how can we put pressure on either the ASP or the top guys to want to represent their nation?
To help our program, what you could do is blow up Julia Christian for winning the gold medal.
All right.
Because that's the first freaking time we've won one since the program. It's the first gold medal since 1996 in the ISA.
First gold medal since '96. Well, we're going to call her up.
And you need to call her out because I don't know if you know the background story there. And if this is the spirit that you're trying to invoke. She called me. I didn't call her. She called me up and said, you know what, PT, I want to come because I got the silver medal in Ecuador 2 years ago and lost to Sofia Milanovic, and I want the gold.
Good for her.
And that's what I told her when she came out of the water and she'd won the gold. I go, dreams come true, girl. I love to see people raise their game and be the best they can be. And that's why I still go and do it, because I feel stoked. I can't win the medals anymore, but when you get the other kids to perform, it feels like it's me still trying to, in my own, it's an extension of my own career.